First on our list is Kingdom Come Deliverance, a game that truly brings the medieval era to life. Set in the early 15th century in Bohemia, you play as Henry, the son of a blacksmith, whose life is turned upside down when his village is attacked. This game stands out for its commitment to historical accuracy. There's no magic here, just the harsh, muddy reality of medieval life. The combat in Kingdom Come is one of its strongest features. It's not about button mashing. It demands timing, strategy, and skill. You'll need to train, learn, and grow as a fighter in a world where every duel can mean life or death. Beyond combat, the game offers a rich narrative filled with political intrigue, loyalty, and betrayal. The open world is vast, with dynamic weather, a day-night cycle, and NPCs who remember your actions, adding depth to your interactions. If you're looking for a game where your choices matter, where you can feel the weight of every decision, and where survival is as much about wit as it is about warfare, Kingdom Come is a must-play. Now we have a plague tale, Innocence, which offers a darker, more intimate look at medieval times. Set during the 100 Years' War in France, you take control of Amicia, a young noblewoman, as she protects her brother Hugo from the Inquisition, all while navigating a world devastated by the Black Death. This game excels in its storytelling and atmosphere. The bond between Amicia and Hugo is the heart of the game, with gameplay mechanics that focus on stealth and survival. You'll use light to control swarms of plague rats, which adds a unique layer to the gameplay. The narrative is gripping, with twists that keep you engaged, showing the brutality and desperation of the era without the need for fantastical elements. A Plague Tale isn't just about surviving. It's about the lengths one would go to protect family. The game's setting, with its detailed environments from crumbling castles to rat-infested cities, provides a haunting backdrop to this tale of love and resilience. If you're looking for a game that's both emotionally charged and narratively rich, A Plague Tale, Innocence is a standout. Now, if you're looking for pure medieval combat chaos, Chivalry 2 is your battlefield. Here, you're not just fighting. You're participating in massive, epic battles where teamwork can lead to victory or glorious defeat. Developed by Torn Banner Studios, this sequel improves on everything the original offered, with larger-scale skirmishes and more sophisticated combat mechanics. Chivalry 2 captures the visceral feel of medieval warfare with its first-person melee combat. You'll swing, parry, and dodge in battles that can include up to 64 players, turning the field into a symphony of clashing steel. The game's humor, with its over-the-top executions and medieval memes, adds a layer of fun to the otherwise grim business of war. Whether you're defending a castle or storming one, Chivalry 2 offers an authentic, if exaggerated, taste of medieval combat with a community that celebrates the chaos. It's perfect for those who enjoy a good laugh while they're trying to survive. Moving on, we dive into Ryse, Son of Rome, a game that promises and delivers a visceral experience of the Roman Empire's brutal combat. You step into the sandals of Marius Titus, a Roman soldier seeking revenge for his family's murder. This title was one of the launch games for Xbox One, showcasing its graphical capabilities at the time. Ryse is all about cinematic flair. The combat system, while somewhat repetitive, is satisfying with its execution moves that make every kill feel epic. You'll fight through hordes of enemies, from Britons to mythical creatures, in a narrative that blends history with fantasy. The game's visuals are still impressive, with detailed environments that make ancient Rome come alive, from the chaotic streets to the grandeur of the Colosseum. Despite criticisms for its gameplay depth, Ryse captures the essence of Roman warfare with its focus on spectacle and brutality. If you're into hack-and-slash mechanics set against a backdrop of Roman glory, this game offers a bloody good time. Next, we explore Pentiment, a unique gem from Obsidian Entertainment, which takes a different approach to the medieval setting. Here, you're not fighting with swords but solving mysteries in a narrative-driven, choice-based game set in 16th century Bavaria. Pentiment is rich with historical detail, focusing on art, culture, and the daily life of a medieval village. You play as Andreas Mahler, an artist-turned-detective, investigating crimes that span years. The game's art style is reminiscent of illuminated manuscripts, providing a distinctive visual narrative. Your decisions affect the storyline and characters' lives profoundly, with consequences that might not show until later in the game or even in subsequent playthroughs. It's less about combat and more about storytelling, character interaction, and moral choices. If you're looking for a game where your actions genuinely shape the narrative, and where history is more than just a setting, Pentiment is an exceptional choice. For those who love the chaos and freedom of medieval warfare, let's talk about Mount and Blade 2: Bannerlord. This sequel to the cult classic Mount and Blade Warband expands on everything fans loved with even more freedom, strategy, and scope. In Bannerlord, you start as a nobody with ambitions to rise in the world of Colradia, a land torn by factions and ripe for conquest. The game blends RPG elements with real-time strategy and large-scale battles where your tactical choices can lead to victory or defeat. Whether you want to be a mercenary, a king, or a traitor, the world is yours to shape. The combat system is one of the most refined in any medieval game, offering both melee and ranged options with significant detail on weapon physics and tactics. Beyond combat, there's diplomacy, economy management, and castle sieges that demand strategic planning. If you're looking for a game where you can live out your medieval fantasies with endless possibilities, Bannerlord is the ultimate sandbox for medieval warfare and politics. Next up is Medieval Dynasty, a game that blends survival, construction, and management in a medieval setting. You start as Rasimir in a vast, beautiful world, aiming to build a dynasty from scratch. The gameplay revolves around gathering resources, hunting, farming, and crafting, with seasons and day-night cycles adding strategic depth. You begin with simple huts, expanding into a bustling town with specialized buildings. Customization is key, allowing you to shape your village's growth. Social interactions are crucial. You'll manage villagers, form families, and your choices influence your dynasty's legacy. Combat is minimal but present for hunting or defense against threats like wolves. The game features a quest system where interactions with lords, villagers, and nature impact your village's fate. Medieval Dynasty excels with its immersive world and detailed mechanics, rewarding patience and strategic planning. If you love watching your efforts build into a lasting legacy, this game is a must-play. Next, we have For Honor, a game that blends historical warriors from different cultures into one epic arena. Ubisoft's creation pits Vikings, knights, and samurai against each other in a struggle for supremacy. The core of For Honor lies in its innovative combat system, which requires precise timing and strategy, making each duel feel like a dance of death. The game's art direction and character design are stunning, bringing to life the honor and brutality of ancient warriors. Aside from one-on-one duels, For Honor includes large-scale battles where team strategy can turn the tide. The game has evolved with seasons of new content, characters, and game modes, keeping the combat fresh and engaging. For Honor isn't just about fighting. It's about mastering your chosen warrior's art, whether it's the brute strength of a Viking, the disciplined precision of a samurai, or the chivalrous might of a knight. If you're passionate about historical warriors and intricate combat, For Honor delivers an unforgettable experience. Now we wrap up with Dragon Age Inquisition, BioWare's epic RPG that blends political intrigue with high fantasy. Set in the world of Thedas, you're tasked with saving the world from a catastrophic event known as the Breach, all while navigating the complex web of alliances and betrayals. Inquisition stands out for its deep narrative, where your choices have profound effects on the story and the world around you. The game offers a vast open world with areas that range from lush forests to desolate wastelands, all filled with quests that flesh out the lore and characters. Combat in Dragon Age Inquisition mixes real-time strategy with RPG elements, allowing you to control a party of unique characters, each with their own abilities and backstories. The game's tactical pause feature adds depth to battles, making every encounter a puzzle to solve. If you're looking for a game where your decisions matter, where you can explore a rich fantasy world, and where every character interaction is a step in a larger narrative, Dragon Age Inquisition is a medieval fantasy masterpiece. Finally, let's journey to the land of Skyrim, where dragons roam and the fate of the world rests on your shoulders. As the Dovahkiin or Dragonborn, You're thrust into a sprawling open world with unparalleled freedom to explore, fight, and shape your destiny. Skyrim's appeal lies in its vast, breathtaking landscapes, from the snowy peaks of the mountains to the dark, foreboding dungeons. The game's modding community has kept it alive for years, offering countless ways to experience this world anew. The combat system, while simple, allows for a variety of playstyles, whether you prefer stealth, magic, or brute force. The narrative is rich with lore, offering side quests that are as engaging as the main storyline. With its focus on player choice and consequence, Skyrim invites you to live out numerous lives within its medieval fantasy setting. If you've never played it or if you're returning, Skyrim's depth ensures there's always something new to discover. That concludes our journey through the 10 best medieval games you can play right now. Each offers its own unique flavor of medieval adventure, from the epic tales of Skyrim to the strategic warfare of For Honor. Which game will you pick up next? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video for more gaming insights. And remember, we are Gamespedia EX, your AI favorite video game source. I'll be back.